Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. This morning I am appearing with a brand new mic that I am just getting used to, so I may sound a little bit different. It's okay. It is a new mic. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, this new mic plays with my equipment a little bit better, and you can actually hear me all the time instead of just some of the time, maybe. So, yeah, hopefully this is a good change. Alright, so we're going to get into it. We're going to be starting with our next main story quest line in Heavensward. There are going to be spoilers because we are doing the main story quest line and we're going to be going through it. So, yeah. Hello, random person. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to go right on ahead to it and go start doing it. I'm here in the Nath place and with Lady Iceheart. And here's our next quest. So yeah, here we go with our first cutscene. Alright. Lady Iceheart says, I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good. Circumstances all the while are conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. Sounds like copium. She continues. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their domain. Alphinaud says, to a scion of the seventh dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that mine own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath. So you rightly put it, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek not but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. Estidian says, how lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphinaud. A being of whom you know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be so sending the warrior of light to her death? Alphinaud says, no, you may have the right of it, Estidian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Alphinaud turns to me and says, pray forgive me, Nyra. I probably nod my head. Oh. I have a choice of response. I can do 3 dots in silence. Or I can say, I do not fear my duty. I will do 3 dots. See what happens. Make it awkward. Lady Iceheart says, wait. Nyra need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Estidian says, ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters, we know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Stydian. Alpha Note says, Stydian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Veth and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The Stydian says, the young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Quest accepted. Yee! Alright. Looks like we got 2 turn-ins. Oh, I gotta talk to him. Okay. Bath Fleetfoot says, put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you're not so generous as that. Ooh. He'll have my soul. Oh, click. Okay. Vast Storyteller says, you wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Sibylle Rot says, we are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Fair enough. Not mind readers. Over here. Varakis Vath says, you're generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Naka flesh, yes. The meat of a young Naka would make a fine repast. Okay, he wants more meat. Okay. Over there. Okay. So we can most definitely do that. Let's head on over. Oh, yeah. Usually hubby takes our German Shepherd out on the road with him. But this week he has left her home with me for some whining and barking training. She is what's known as a Velcro dog. And if you actually give her attention and tell her to be quiet, she does the behavior more. So you may actually hear her in the background, and I'm just going to ignore her. We just recently figured out that she's a Velcro dog. It was because we were trying to get her to be quiet and do specific behaviors, and she wasn't doing them because she was getting the attention she wanted, about negative attention of no and quiet, and wasn't, shutting her mouth. So yeah, we've adapted, and we are now doing the appropriate training for a Velcro dog. So yeah, you may hear her in the background. Right now, she just needs to be ignored. So, yeah, I do apologize for any of the husky sounds in the background. It's a dog. She's not dying. She just wants to be with the people, and she's learning not to be so Velcro so she can be with the people. So her reward is being with the people. So right now she's not getting the reward because she's whining. So, yeah. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We need that bath meat. But yeah, if you hear it in the background, just pay her no mind. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, there's one. And boom. Alright. Ooh. Seems to have a lot of health. Now it's a little bit better. Okay. Obtain a chunk of not cut meat. Okay, we got it. Let's go bring it back. Nope, come on. Auto run. There we go. Okay. Ooh, nasty dragon after me. Probably avoid the tree too. Nope, didn't avoid the tree. Oh, we'll just run over here, up and over a little extra. Leave me alone. Okay, perfect. Okay. Varakarshius Vath says, we Vath do enjoy our Naka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Yes, I have, and I have what you are seeking. Here you are. And whatever it is, says, another gift for the Vath? So unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our God undetected is all but impossible. Okay. So it's a hive mind then. All right, that makes sense. I mean, they're bugs after all. All right. Alpha Note says, the Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. Oh, excuse me. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the Overmind. And it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in this smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the one mind's thoughts and intentions. Astedian says, and of the nature of their own God. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not entirely, Astedian. Lady Iceheart says, not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Ooh, our souls. Breaking into hives. Breaking into hives. That's actually a little bit funny. Alright, Alpha Note says, forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Gnath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul. Lady Iceheart says, aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Nyra? Stoic nod. Lady Iceheart continues, judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Estidian says, would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphinaud. Lady Iceheart says, then it is settled, Nyra. You and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall form a brief show of resistance and then allow them to take us prisoner. Well, alrighty then, Lady Iceheart. Aceheart. Iceheart, Aceheart. Okay, where are we going? Perfect. Due south. Chased by a tree. Because trees move. Ha. Alright. Well. Off we go to see the wizard, I suppose. I'm bouncing on rocks. Why? Because it's fun. No other reason. Level am I? I should get 60. 4 more levels. You really want 60. Why? Because since I hit 60, I am planning to pick up a quest for obtaining Gunbreaker as a job. I do like Gunbreaker. It looks so cool. Alright. Nath Drone. Nath Drone says, intruders, your lives are forfeit. Oh. I get to fight. Oh, just over there. Okay, any more? Yep, there's more. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Fair enough. Anything else? Nope, just jog over to Iceheart. Alright. Well, alright, if you off you go now. Oh, perfect. My goodness, die! Alright. Iceheart. Okay. Lady Iceheart says, the Overmind must by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the Hive. Oh, excuse me. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Oh, couldn't move for a second there. Alright, here we go. Now we can move. Okay, so we need to go up. I guess killing things along the way isn't a miss. Alright, there's that one down. This one is apparently next. Oh, casting a spell. Okay. Okay, over here more. Over here. Inside the wall? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Beautiful purple circle. Okay, that one's down. Alright. Yep, we'll stroll into the circle. And we have enemies. That one's down. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, that one's down too. Okay, got more. Down we go. Oops, that was the wrong button. That one's down too. Okay. More. Probably about time I should go. Yo. Stop shooting at me. You're going to give me health back. Not because you want to, but because I'm going to beat you to a pulp. Waste. Alright, if we just wait a moment, we'll get our health back. And all will be good with the world. Okay, now where do we need to go? That way, okay. Really? You aggro me over here, but when I was fighting around you, not that I'm complaining, sometimes I like that. That one's down. I'm going to ignore it. This might be okay, maybe. Out my face. Alright, where do we need to go? Do I need to go down? Not sure. We will definitely be finding out, though. You know what? I just realized I shut my chocobo out. I mean, at the very least, it could heal me. At the most, it could level. Good job. There's an ether current over here. Well, I don't mind if I fight my all the way up here now. That's fair. Seriously? Sure. Okay. No, might as well. Need that ether currents. I like flying. Alright. Do I see where we're heading? Oh, yes I do. Alright, let's take these two out. And then head that way. Seriously? Come on, bird. Some heals would be nice. Oh, my bird's dying. Let's kick it. Oh, bird dying. Can't get no levels, dead. There we go. Alright. Hello, Lady Iceheart. She says, that should be significant. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we most surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray, advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, Lady Iceheart. Iceheart. She says, you are prepared then? Yes, I am. Let's go. My eyes itchy. Lady Iceheart says, hold here, Nyra. When next the Nath come, we offer no resistance. Oh, wow, they're coming in force. That's 6 of them. Nath soldiers say, surrender and ensure there is no escape. Alright, weapons down. Lady Iceheart says, enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. Alright, we are now in a cave, and Lady Iceheart says, they seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray, leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Uh-oh. Lady Iceheart continues, mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape, should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away to sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Haggling over the price of potions. Oh boy. Alright. Guess we just go this way. Eagerly run into the waiting jaws of our death. That's a lot of crystal laying around.
Now we have but to wait.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
That is a lot of blade.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Yes, we do, and did.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold Master of the Blade, do accept thy challenge.
All
But
right.
should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
We won't lose.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
Ah. We're summoning. Yep.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Apparently.
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath truth is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Oh. So quickly.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Definitely warrior.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
No, where did he disappear to? And why? Well, we get to queue up, apparently. Let's see here. Heals is lagging behind, but I think we'll be okay. Word of the Hive. Yeah, we're 3 levels above it, so we're good. Alright. There we go. Okay. Well, should be a fairly quick queue. I know earlier I was trying to queue as White Mage, but I was specifically queuing for a certain trial, but yeah, it did take a while. Wish I could play like tic-tac-toe or something. Do I have other quests? No, I don't currently. You know what I can probably do? I can probably... No, never mind. There are no aether currents nearby. Wonder... I don't think I got them all. Ah, there's one somewhere. Let's see if we can't find it. I'll go here. You know, actually, yeah, let's go over here because I suspect that there's some quests over here to give ether currents themselves. So let's have a gander. Sure looks like it. Because that is an unlock quest. The word of warning, not all aether quests or aether current quests are marked thus. Some of them aren't. So, yeah. Let's see, what's this one? No, okay, that's good. Come here, Rhyme. Give me a ride. Actually, okay. We'll make this one disappear. I see. Okay. Let's head on out here and do as the kind sir is requesting. Boing. To the hunter's camp. Okay. Meow, leave me alone. I don't want to fight you, big bird. Here we are. Injured hunter. One more. Where was he at? Oh, all the way up there. Okay. Yeah, let's just go. My nose is so itchy. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to stay and chill out. Right now, we are waiting for the trial to pop up so that we can then continue with our main story quest line. We will be fighting the god of the Naths. So, to kill time, we are attempting to get another Aether Currency questing. So, should be right up here somewhere. This looks like a dead end. Could I jump up there? No. Okay. Going around. We should probably switch to monk. Hello. Hello. How are you doing, my dear? It stops at the cliff. Okay. Okay. That's all three of them. I pause. Whoops. Oh, we can't do that. Right. Alright. Well, we'll hit the Q button. And I'm glad you're doing good. Let me know how it sounds. Because we are now starting a trial, so there'll be plenty of combat sound. What an interesting way to make an entrance. Those 4 swords start going themselves on the ground.
Death to the song of ringing steel!
So far, so good.
Furious as a blaze!
Oh, good. Even over combat? I'm assuming that's what you mean, so. Oof. Uh-oh. Get out of that. Die. Nope, nobody died. Perfect. Oh yes, all good. Excellent. Sweet. I like her. Ooh, why do I have this on me?
Wilt thou yield?
You should have moved to that safe spot over there. You should move just a little bit more.
Take wing, sons of war!
I'll heal myself. Butterfly. Ow. Back to damage. Voice for second. Oh, hello.
In the glory of combat.
Alright, I don't remember this fight. This looks bad. We're gonna hit that. It looks appropriate. Ow! That hurt. What is that? Okay. Ooh, do they have a limit break? Not yet. Are they gonna forget? Oh, I'm one. Where's two? There's two.
Thou hast bested me.
Okay. Don't have to worry about that.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Child of man. I just beat you. I'm not a child. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. Is there anybody left? Hey. That looks familiar. Cute and familiar. Alright. What are you wearing? Oh, yeah, I know what you're wearing. You're wearing that. I wonder if I should get myself that dress. This is a nice dress. If I get myself that dress, I should get a set. Because it's nice shoes, too. Anyway.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Sounds like a Viking name. Vidofnir. Ascian.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
A swelling storm of chaos. Sorry, it sounds like fun to say. Okay. Lady Iceheart. She says, never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Nyra. Well, 'tis time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale, and to continue our journey. I'm eager to continue our journey as well. So maybe I'll turn in that quest first. Wait, where is it? By the stone? Okay, that's by the stone. Okay, so maybe I should go turn that in and then... Because something tells me that I probably have to go to the dragon when I'm done. That thing looks so weird. Look at its eyes. Or is that just ear? I don't know. It looks weird. We should probably switch. No, I need to go this way. Oopsies. Made that mistake already once today. Look at that eye. It's like looking at it. Unless that's its ear. That might be its ear. It still looks weird. Boingy, 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 boingy. Long runs. Oof. Would have teleported, except you have to go all the way out and around and over and oof. Yeah. How do I get up? Oh, there we go. We're almost there. It's in sight. It's right there. Let's avoid the tree this time. Boom. Got that one though. Tee. Okay, here we are. Alphinold. Wait, click. There we go. Alright, Alphinold and Stydian are talking. Me too. Walk up. And Alphinold says, Nyra. Oh, whoops. We're on auto. Turn that off. Alphinold continues. Lord Ravenna, you say, how curious that the Vath never mentioned his name. And you are quite certain he will keep his word. Well, apparently. Lady Iceheart says, there was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Nyra. Stydian says, never did I doubt you, warrior of light, unlike some. You were gone so long that Master Alphinold here nigh lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Alphinold goes, Stydian, was that truly necessary? Stydian. Not truly necessary, but certainly true. Alpha knows. What matters is that the primal is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vodnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Hesvelgar. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now. We must make every moment count. Lady Iceheart says to Estidian, "You are unkind, Estidian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphinaud is still but a boy." I turn to Estidian and nod. Quest complete. Give me a moment. I need to take care of something. Okay, sorry about that. I think worse than sniffles. Alright, where are we headed? Oh, we need to pick it back up. That's what's going on. Ooh, ether current. Alphinaud says, "Shall we be on our way to Annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain." They're so long-lived, you probably only been gone for like 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, alright. So we're going to teleport over here and turn in this other Aether Current quest real quick. And then teleport over there and get that one turned in. Where is it? Alright, here we go. And there's an ether current. How many we got? Okay, so we got 3 more to quest for and 1 more to find. So we need to find 2 more quests because the quest that we have has one, and I think it's only 1 more quest actually that needs to be found because looking at the website, it looks like there's another one for a quest in the main story quest line itself. So, all right, let's go ahead and teleport. Where is it? There it is. What's that? Oh, that actually might be an Aether Current quest right there. Let's hit the compass. What do we have in mind? Northwest. What's that northwest? Interesting. Okay. Let's teleport. Ooh. Okay. Where's that quest at? It could be up. It could be up. It's not a doorway. Okay, up a little bit more. Okay, here's a quest. Alright, are we in Aether Current? We are in Aether Current quest. Alright! So we found one. And we still got a quest on the books. So that's possibly one more Aether Current quest that we need to find. So, not too shabby as far as our flight is looking. Oh, let's hit that compass. What have we got? 533 yelms to the north. That's sounding kind of close. Okay, we need to go outside. Here we go. What's compass say? Further away. I suspect. I know where this current is. I suspect it's outside this wall in north. Let's just have a look real quick. I mean, it can't hurt anything. And currently our quest turn in is like right next to an Aether crystal, so we'll just teleport back. Let's see here. Closer? Further away. Northwest. Jump over here. Does not look like it. Okay. Let's. Alright. We are close. It looks like it might be up on the hill or something. It's over here. Can we bounce up here? We can. I doubt it's up here though. This does seem to be a path. Closer. Or, well, I don't think I'm gonna get much closer though. Yeah. Oh, we found a way up. Okay. Further away. Directly to my west. Oof. Not sure I can get back up there. Okay, I got right back up. Well, that was an interesting little detour. I'm guessing it's probably somewhere up the hill, like a cave or something. I know there's a few up there. And paths too, so could be that too. Alright. Vidofnir says, "Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath?" No. Lady Iceheart says, "No, my friend. We return in triumph. By Nyra's hand was the beastman's god, Lord... Oh. Sorry. Ravana laid low. In his overconfidence, the primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Gnath shall trouble you no longer. Vidnolfnir says, the deity is slain then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and shall fulfill mine. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. That was a sneeze. Whew. Okay. Sorry. Alright. And I shall fulfill mine. Okay. Vidolfnir continues. Attend me, mortals. Hurry you onto the deepest reaches of Mourn, and there you shall find Hallow, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Salam Al. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on the sacred mountain. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of significant fortitude to proceed. Lady Iceheart says, we shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the cavern of Mourn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Alright. Second floor of the tower. Excuse me. Sniffle, sniffle. It's not a door. Okay. Oh, there's the pathway. Let's chunk our compass. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Dragon corpse with a full health bar. I mean, it does look a little rotten, but I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go here. Oh, all the way there. Okay. Copy. Alright. We'll just probably stumble around in here for a minute. Mostly because I want to find that current. Oh, there's my current. Hello, lovely. You come over here? It's fine with me if you do. Okay. I think that's the last one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the last exploration one. Okay. So it's still showing 3. Okay, yeah. But this one, okay, so it's 2. Okay. Okay. All right. Destination. Well, let's see. Woodifnir says, "Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Selim Al's summit for thee and thy companions." Ooh, shiny eyes. Oh, glowing balls. Woodifnir says, "Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Wear you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion." Lady Iceheart says, "We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Woodifnir." Woodifnir says, "Final words are for thee, dragon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair." Lady Iceheart says, "Estidian?" Estidian says, "The way is open. Let us not tarry here." Iceheart says, "A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tuliman himself is said to guard this peak." Estidian says, "I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance." Lady Iceheart says, "Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parlay a peace?" Estidian says, "Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak to Heavensward. But I said nothing of Toralmain. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as an Azar Dragoon." Lady Iceheart says, "You are beyond redemption." Alphonse steps up. "We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Heavensward, our path leads up the mountain." We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? I nod. Estinian shrugs. Lady Iceheart stares at the ground. Okay. Salem All is now open. Alright. So many unlocks. Yeah. Clear selection. Okay. Oh, quickly. Alright, I'll take it. I will definitely take that. Gladly. Alright. Let's take off. Where's that tank? There he is. She. I think it's a she, actually. And they're shrinking. Awesome. You most certainly do not die on my watch. Give everybody a regen. Alright. Scratch our nose because it's really itchy. Ah. Okay. And I wasn't paying attention. Not in the least. That is totally my fault. And I'm dead. Yep. Got distracted. Okay. And I'm gonna do it again. But hopefully it was better. I won't on my poor tank. Oh, I'm gonna die now. what that does, but it's curable, so it needs to go, right? Probably check to see what it does. Alright, there we go. Boss time? Boss time. We got 3 bosses in here. Alright. Only 3. Everybody got out of the puzzles. Oh, what is that? What is that? I don't know what these bees do. Oh, it just pulled me close. Okay. It's fine. Might want to get out of there. Broke my spell. Oh, I should use the... Yep. There. I forgot my food. I should be using food, huh? So you go. Take the XP buff. Sprint because the tank is, and I need to keep up. Don't stop, Nyra. Keep moving. Please keep the drag off me. Thank you kindly, sir, or madam. Dragon has landed. Okay. And dragon is not landed. Runs away. I talk y'all. you, Bard. Oh, frostbite. Okay, makes sense. Makes absolute perfect sense. Alright. Heal. You saw nothing. I did not roll for loot while they're still fighting one more. Okay. This boss is interesting. Keeps a little more on our toes than the others. Than the other one. Yeah. Yeah, tail swat. Yep. Let's move over here. We're gonna have a better chance of hitting everybody. Yep. Okay. That's it. Huddle. Good goal. Okay. Watching you. And I got you. Got you too. Gonna try you. There you go. Boom. Gotcha. Okay. Group region. Yep. Ouch. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. Oh, right, we had... Group up with us. I'll make you full health. Okay. Vision, because it's gone. Keep an eye on you. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Oh, leveled. I mean, I'm 56, I think. I think I was a level behind the monk who's jump. Greed and greed. Okay. It all, Rasley. Sorry, my nose is like still tickly. It's terrible and really horribly distracting. No. Death denied. Oh, it's not the right button. That's the right button. There we go. Oh, it's better. Freaking nose. Ow. bring it to the tank. I'll save you, as long as you're not a moron. Alright, last boss. They're basically saying she will not listen to her reason, and Lady Iceheart's trying to reason with her to stop the upcoming fight, and the dragon is like, just mad. Which, if someone took my hubby's eye, I would be mad too. Just saying. Especially if there's, like, no reason for it. It's just... yeah. Okay. Ouch. Okay, everybody's good. Everybody's fine. It wasn't dead yet. Okay, is this where we get the wings? Yep, we got the wings. Oops. Wing are we on? That one? Okay. Crap, what is it? Okay, just me. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind exploding by myself. It's fine. Alright, now we're out of that phase. Yay, no more wieldy explosions. Okay, there we go. That. There you go. Stone him to death. That's not too particularly good. Yeah, that hurt. Okay. Oh, dead. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. The dragon's dead. We're fine. All's well, ends well. Well, I probably should have rescued that dude over to where we were, because that was, yeah, that hurt. Alright. Instance done. Oh well. Yay! That makes me happy. Another crystal activated. Ooh. Or reactivated, let's be honest. Alpha Node and Astidian. And everybody comes running up, and Alpha Node says, Nyra? Probably looked weird, really weird, hallucinating about crystals. Astidian says, "'Twould seem Trollman was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. Something tells me there's a dragon." Alpha Note says, "What is happening?" Oh, what's wrong with Astidian? Astidian gasps. Needhog, he roars. Lady Iceheart says, "He knows we are here, then." Astidian says, "His fury. It bleeds through the eye." "Fear not. I am yet my own master." But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland lies before us. Lady Iceheart stays behind when everybody else moves forward and says, "Thus do we add another link in the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Shiva, when will it end?"
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
Okay. The Churning Mists. This is a new zone. Alright. Alpha Node. Alpha Node says, "We have reached it at last, the peak of Salam Al. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Erosia, you know. I thought it cold in Korathos, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters." Ah, there's my ether current. So it would seem I still need one more ether current in Dervonia. Ophanode says, "Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Heavensward himself. Lady Iceheart says, "What manner of creature is that?" Ulfenode says, Nyra, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? I nod. Ulfenode says, it was my understanding that they dwelled within the Twelvewood. I certainly never expected to see one in the Turning Mists. If the Muggle does live here, however, he may know where Heavensward makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. I don't think we're gonna lose him. A tune. Don't forget. Alright, let's check our travel here. Okay, we're still Draconian. Does that mean... No, we're in the Turning Mists. I might go back to Dravonia, see if I can't find those aether currents there. But let's go see what's over here. Maybe aether currents over here apply to Dravonia? I don't know. Ulfenode says, bah, he's gone. Nyra, we must widen our search. A big cave. Two destinations. Oh, 3? Ooh. No. Wait. Huh. Okay. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. There is no sign of a Muggle in the area. Okay. So it's the destination ones I need to look. Okay. Lady Iceheart says, I have heard tales of these Muggles, but 'twas the first time I ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. Ah, there's my last destination. By Estidian. Okay. Estidian says, I see no evidence of this Muggle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Perhaps 'twas simply one of those strange plants shifting in the breeze. No, it was a Muggle. Clear as day. Okay. Ulfenode. I'm sure I glimpsed the fleeting Muggle in this direction. Or, I'm sure I glimpsed the Muggle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? I think so. Alphino says, "Confound it. Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local muggles, I am certain Heavensward would not elude us for long." Estudiant says, "Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother." Alphinaud says, "And these are the days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then?" Lady Iceheart, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? Lady Iceheart says, "I shall try. Yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravonians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphinaud?" Alphinaud says, "I have not yet given up on the Muggles. Nyra, come with me to Gordonia. I mean to pension the aid of the Muggles' kin in the 12's Wood. After that business with Muggle Mug, I dare say they will be glad to help us." Estudiant says, "Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here." Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard." Alphinaud says, "Thank you, Estudiant." Alphinaud, "Come then, Nyra. Let us make haste for Gordonia and rendezvous at Nofika's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. This is an aetheric of ancient construction." One moment, please. Alright, I am back. And to continue, Alphinaud says, "There is an aetherite of ancient construction here which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray, do not forget to use it." I did. Thank you for the reminder, Alphinaud. Okay, now... Yep. Conjurer's Guild. Okay. Where? Okay, there's Elfinold. Elfinold says, I sent word to the Elder Seeds here upon arriving in Gradonia. I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to connect the Twellswood Muggles, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the conjurers stationed at its entrance? Yep, I am familiar with the Silent Conjurer. Silent Conjurer says, the Elder Seeds here awaits you. Pray, follow me. Then enter. Elder Seeds here says, I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you. But 'tis no matter, 'tis no less a relief to see you safe and hail with mine own eyes. Elfinote says, we humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings, Elder Seeds here. We would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Elder Seeds here says, speak on, friend. Elfinote nods and then fills her in. Elder Seeds here says, I see. So you seek a means to contact these muggles of the churning mists. Question mark says, Coo poo poo poo, I say coo poo. Elder Seeds here says, greetings, Kooloo Coop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? Kooloo Coop says, I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Elder Seeds here, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me about these muggles in the sky, Koopoo. Elfinote says, I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a muggle high in the clouds of Dravonia, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twellswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Elder Seeds here says, pray correct me if I'm mistaken, Kooplu. But there are legends, are there not, which speak of muggles who dwell beyond the clouds. Kooplu Cope says, indeed there are, Kooplu. Long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods upon the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Elder Seeds here says, ah, yes, the tale of good King Mogul Mog the 12th. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Elfina goes, Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the churning mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Elder Seedseer says, Indeed, Master Alphinaud, such stories often contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the muggles of the churning mists tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Cthulhu Cop says, Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one muggle, there's bound to be more. He continues, which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. Alphinaud says, I was hoping you might say that, Master Coplo. Will you accompany us, then? He just said he would, Alphinaud. Why are you asking? Coplo Cop says, just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. Elder Seedseer says, if you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gradonia. Interesting. Alphinaud says, my lady, are you quite certain? Elder Seedseer says, how often has our nation turned to the science of the seventh dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk her life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus, do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is it not just? Alphinaud says, a most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Alphinaud says, pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Solemn All. It's been a path I have already trodden. I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Okay. And I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and say adieu. And I'll see you all later. Right now. So, see you all later. I'll meet you same time on tomorrow on Tuesday. So, yep. Have a good time until then, and wreak havoc wherever you can, as long as it's good havoc, yo. So, peace out. See y'all later.